Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Inshira from second semester student in program Diploma Landscape and Horticulture. I'm studying about landscape and graphic communication. So right now I want to share with you guys about assignment that I did from week 1 until week 6. My first assignment that I'm doing is under topic graphic lettering. Graphic lettering is an art of creating stylized or visual striking text for design purpose. I wrote a DLH as a short form for Diploma Landscape Horticulture. For my subject matter, it is a flora. I got this idea based on my course, which is horticulture. For the color section, I choose a cool color like violet or purple, and it also my favorite color. But at first I'm sketching the lettering, and then I add some color, but then I look this design is very simple and not very stylized for graphic lettering, and then I decided to add more or some skill, which is I add a shadow to give it a tonal, and also I add more flower or leaf or element on that so that it looks more stylized for graphic lettering. My second assignment is also under the same topic, which is under the graphic lettering, but this time I wrote my full name. The subject matter also different from the first assignment, which is this time I use a donut as a subject matter because I like something sweet, and I think this donut is easy to create any design like the flavor or and so on. For the color, I choose a very simple color and basic color for donut, which is peach for bread and colorful for the flavor. On the lettering, I designed the flavor, which is I put a star, put a strawberry, put the line blueberry, and many more to create a cheerful design. The brown color is a melted chocolate. The step that I did is first sketching the lettering to see if the word is balanced or not, and after that I start color the lettering. For the detailed design, I add a level donut at the side for people notice that my subject matter is a donut, and the above I put a melted chocolate and I create a tone. For the third assignment is under topic coloring. Coloring is the process of applying a color to an image or object. That is a corporate sketching that I done. It has 4 images, and each image I use different types of media. I will explain one by one. First image, I use media watercolor, and I choose a cool color like violet, blue, and red. Technique that I apply to this sketching is a tonal. The step that I did is first layer I choose the light color, and for the shadow I choose a dark color. I use a dark color to create a tonal that I mentioned earlier. Lastly, I add some detail to make it has effect or texture. For the second image, I'm using a graphic marker as a media. This time I choose a warm color, which is orange and green color. I add 3 tonal for this image to make it had a texture for the trees or grass. For the third image, I'm using a very basic media in drawing, which is color pencil. This time I tried to make a gradient by using 2 colors. Because a gradient is a beautiful concept to combine, which is you combine red and pink, yellow and green, and orange and yellow. It will give you some effect and texture, and it also not boring color because you have 2 or 3 color on the image. For the last one, I apply the media by using a crayon. The technique that I apply on this image is by smudging, because you know it's crayon, it's very simple to blend it or smudge it using a cotton bud or a finger. But for me, I'm more to use cotton bud because it will give you effect more smooth rather than use a finger. And I add a dark color for making it contrast and a toner for a light color. For this assignment, it's under the topic coloring. For the big image, I use a crayon as a media for coloring. I draw a leaf with water drop. I choose the green leaf because it's a common color for any leaf. For the background, I choose the black color because it can give effect focalization to the leaf. For the water drop, I combine 2 colors, which is black and white, to get an effect like a water drop. For the technique, I use technique smudge or blend because it is the relatable technique to do when you use a crayon to get the smoothness. Next, for the plan view, elevation view, and the last one, I use a graphic marker as a media. This is my first time using a graphic marker, so it's not very proper. I try to do 3 gradient colors, but mostly it is 2 gradient colors only. For the color selection, it more to cold color because it have blue, green, and pink or red. The technique I use is a tonal because if does not have a tonal, the drawing looks very flat. So I choose to add a tonal to give some effect. This is the last assignment that I did, which is under topic design element and design principles. I made a string art and applied those design. For the design element that I applied is color, texture, and shape. For color, I use a different colors such as red, orange, brown, and green to create a contrast between the tulips and the background. For texture, it has different layers of string wrapping to making the artwork feel 3-dimensional. For shape, the flowers and leaves using string wound around nails that forming a shape like tulips flower and the leaf. For design principle, I applied balance, contrast, and repetition. It balanced because of symmetrical balance with a central arrangement of flowers and leaves. It also provides stability in the composition. For contrast, there is a contrast between flowers and the background. The contrast draws attention to the focal point, which is the tulip flower. And for repetition, it had a repetition of similar shapes in the flowers and leaves that helps unify the composition. That's all from me. Thank you.